Hello everyone, Stormy Strike here, and in this video we're going to be looking at some of the toys and merchandise for the upcoming DreamWorks movie, Spirit Untamed. Some of what we'll be checking out here I think looks pretty good, and then some of it is not so good. I already did a video analyzing the first trailer for Spirit Untamed, so if you want to check that out, I have the link to it in the cards at the end of this video and in the description down below. I will also be doing some more Spirit Untamed videos, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next Spirit video. But now let's look at some merchandise. I'll be showing you guys mostly stock photos of these products from online, but I do have some video and photos of my own that I'll be sharing as well. I'm going to be giving my own personal thoughts and opinions on these products. You are more than welcome to agree or disagree with me, and please feel free to share your own thoughts about them in the comment section below. Let's begin with some toys. These toys are made by Mattel, which is important to note because previously Spirit Riding Free toys were being made by Breyer and Just Play. Unfortunately, neither of these companies are making any more Spirit products, or at least as of now of doing this video. I don't know why DreamWorks, or specifically Universal brand for DreamWorks, didn't want to renew their contracts with those companies, or if those companies didn't want to renew their contracts with DreamWorks. I imagine that is more likely the former situation. I'm guessing DreamWorks was the one that probably didn't want to renew the contracts. That is just speculation, however. I couldn't find any official public records on what is going on between these companies, but I am a little disappointed that Just Play and Breyer will not be making any merchandise for Spirit Untamed. I personally was really liking what both companies were putting out. I thought overall their Spirit products looked good. There was never anything too glaringly wrong with them or anything like that. That statement cannot really be said about Mattel here, however, as you're about to see. Here we have a line of the three main Spirit Untamed characters and their horses that are sold in these separate packs. I'm going to show these ones first because I have seen them in person and even have some video here I took on my phone of them in their packages at Walmart. I've also seen these ones at Target as well. These are relatively cheap sets. They were only about $15 in store, which I guess really isn't a bad price for getting a horse and a doll. But let's address the elephant in the room here. What the heck is this? What the heck is this abomination of toy design? I haven't seen a toy design idea this bad in quite a long time. Why? Why did they think it was a good idea to attach clear doll stands to the horses' backs? Seriously, I can't even express how ridiculous this idea is, and I don't think they even come off of the horses. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure these little stands are just permanently attached to the horses. They can't be unattached and then reattached again. If they were designed to be able to put on the horse and then take off, that would be a different story. That wouldn't be quite as bad, but no, these are just permanently attached to the horses. Did they even toy test these? They actually might not have because of the pandemic, who knows. Funny enough, I actually did do some toy testing at Mattel a couple times when I was a kid, and if they would have showed me this when I was a kid, I would have told them, no, what are you thinking? No one wants a plastic stick thing sticking out of their horse's back. It doesn't matter, it's clear, we can still see it. There is just no reason for this whatsoever. And if you're thinking, well, it's obviously there so that the dolls won't fall off, well, yes, that is the reason it is there, but there are many other ways they could have fixed the problem of the dolls falling off the horses without adding this ridiculous thing. For example, they could have done magnets in the doll and the horse's back. They could have just made this piece of plastic removable from the horse. They could have just done not anything at all. I know for me growing up, it wasn't the biggest deal in the world when I played with my horses and dolls if the dolls fell off the horses sometimes. It's kind of the hazard that comes with playing with dolls and horses. It's just part of the play experience. Even kids can probably hold the dolls and horses together with their hands so that they don't fall off. I haven't actually bought any of these, so I'm hoping that I'm wrong and that these plastic doll clip things are removable, but from what I've seen, I really don't think they are. I just don't understand what Mattel is thinking here. It's especially disappointing when I see Mattel do things like revamp the Jurassic World toys, and they made them super awesome. And yet, why did they have to take the Spirit Riding Free toys and make them worse? Then again, Mattel also did make their Monster High dolls worse, so I guess you just kind of win some, you lose some with Mattel. Now apparently on some of these doll and horses sets, the little doll clip is actually on the saddle if the horse has a saddle. And in that case, I don't think it's quite as bad. If it's just on the saddle, it's like, not great, but maybe not quite as bad as being actually on the horse. As someone who is a horse girl and has been a horse girl growing up, for me personally, if a horse isn't being ridden, I just really don't like seeing a big piece of plastic sticking out of its back. You know, if you want to take the horse's tack off and let it out in the pasture to enjoy some time grazing, you want it to just look like a horse. You don't want it to look like a horse with plastic sticking out of it. It's just a major eyesore to me, and maybe most kids won't really care about that, and that's great. If you don't care about that, that's awesome. Just, to me, it's an eyesore and just a very, very weird decision to make. You can let me know in the comments if you think I am overreacting here, or if you agree that this whole doll stand on the horse thing is not a good idea. I am trying to critique this from the perspective of, like, if I was playing with these as a kid, and as an adult now who collects model horses. I do collect some of the other Spirit toys, for example, from Just Play and stuff, and I feel like it's pretty bad if I do not want to collect these ones from Mattel, because I do love Spirit Riding Free. I think I'm going to like Spirit Untamed. So I'm just very disappointed that these toys are just not the greatest. Let's move on from the doll stands to talk about the horses and dolls themselves. I actually think the dolls look completely fine. I really don't have any complaints about them. I think they look cute, they look very poseable, they look like they're characters. There are several different versions of these different horse and rider sets, by the way. There's some that have like no tack for the horses. There's sets where the horses do have tack, and then there's sets where the horses have tack and other accessories. But in all of these, I do think the dolls look pretty good. Now let's talk about the horses themselves. I'm honestly not super in love with them. I think they're okay. Their overall design and sculpt, they're fine. They're not terrible or anything. I just don't super love them. I think I like them less than I like the Just Play ones, and the Just Play ones weren't perfect to begin with. They had a lot of wonky proportions, but for the most part I thought the Just Play ones worked for being cartoony and stuff. These ones do feel a lot more like Barbie horses, which they are made by Mattel, who makes Barbie, so that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. I think for what they are okay. They are obviously not supposed to be at all realistic, so I'm not going to critique them on that front. I do wish I liked them a little bit more to purchase for myself, though, as a Spirit and model horse collector. Maybe as a kid I would have liked these more. I definitely don't think I would have minded playing with them. I do think it is a little weird in these sets that their manes are brushable, but their tails aren't. That does seem like a little bit of an odd decision. I think you should either make both the manes and tails brushable, or make them both solid plastic. This kind of in-between stuff I think is just a little weird. I have come across some other horses in these lines, though, that do have brushable manes and tails. This particular set also has like a handful of hair accessories, so that's really fun. Oh, I also forgot to mention that these horses do appear to have heads that can move up and down a bit, so that's kind of a neat little thing. There's also a set of horses and dolls that have all plastic manes and tails, but they have the weird plastic sticking out of their backs still. If they didn't have the weird doll stands, I'd actually be much more interested in getting this set. Here are some of the other varying sets I've come across. For example, this one is like a Care and Clean Spirit and Lucky set. It's one of those fun gimmicks where when you use water you can make things disappear or reappear. There's also a Spirit Untamed Together Lucky and Spirit here. This Spirit is more articulated in the legs, and it says he has a realistic walking feature. That's pretty cool. There are also toys here that have just the horses by themselves. I don't know if these ones are supposed to be horses that are in Spirit's herd or what exactly, but they're kind of like some of the other horse toys we just looked at. The horses' heads move and they have brushable manes, but plastic tails. I think these are fine. Their colors are semi-realistic, which is nice. There is a set here that is called Spirit's Herd. I don't know if these are in the same scale as the other ones, but these ones have plastic manes and tails. Overall, they look okay, and I actually probably wouldn't mind getting this set for myself. Here is a mother and foal set. Not too much to complain on this one either. I think they look fine overall. They actually have some really cute accessories, and it's just overall a cute little set. I probably would have really liked this one when I was a kid. Now I do want to briefly talk about Lucky's Train Home play set. Now this set I actually think is really cool, and I might end up purchasing this one. This one has a train car, a doll of Lucky, and of course Spirit. Now this Spirit actually looks pretty good. He has a really neat plastic mane and tail that are flowing in the wind. The sculpt looks pretty good overall. And the big bonus is that he doesn't have the bizarre doll stand sticking out of his back. So this particular spirit I actually really like, and I would really like to get my hands on him. Lucky and the train car here are also really neat. The train car has working wheels and this nice little booth and table, and the table can actually be flipped for a different image. I personally would have loved to play with this set as a kid. We'll talk some more about the dolls for a minute because there are some dolls that are sold by themselves. We got all the pals here with different accessories and clothes. These ones actually have 2 different outfits, which I think is pretty cool. I actually really like Prue's outfit here with the turquoise and western look. I think that looks awesome. There's another playset, but this one is called Lucky's Attic Adventure. And this one just has Lucky and a bunch of accessories and little furniture pieces. That's pretty fun. There's also a Young Lucky set. This one is kind of like a Kelly set from the world of Barbie. This is actually very cute with her little accessories, which includes a rocking horse, a toy horse, and a picture of her and her mom. It's just a very cute, sweet little set. Speaking of Young Lucky, there is also a very big Young Lucky doll that is about 14 inches. This one actually reminds me of the big Disney toddler dolls. It's in that same kind of style, I feel like. I personally don't collect those types of dolls, but if you like those, I do think this is cute, and the little stuffed spirit with her is a very nice little touch. Some other toy sets here are 2 that have a cart and rolling wheels with what looks like a foal pulling it. I don't know if this is intended to be an adult horse. This definitely looks like a foal to me. I'm really not digging this set because foals should obviously not be pulling carts. They are babies. This is child labor. However, besides the fact that a foal is pulling this, I think the carts themselves are really cute and look like they'd be really fun to play with as a kid. Now that covers the general line of horses and dolls. We'll move on now to talk about the little minis. These are some adorable mini horses and dolls. There's sets that have dolls and horses in them, and blind bags of just the horses. I believe like all of these sets are actually blind bags, including the ones with the horses and the dolls. I actually really like these. I think they're wonderful. They remind me a lot of Polly Pocket and the other little travel play sets I had as a kid. They are very cute, and the horses are especially adorable. They are just little adorable chibi horses, and I kind of love them. I really hope I can get my hands on some of these. I haven't seen them in any of the stores around me yet. I think they're just so stinking cute. Playmobil has made sets for Spirit Riding Free, and they are making more sets for Spirit Untamed. I don't really have much to say on these, honestly, because I don't collect Playmobil and I didn't grow up playing it, so I don't have a whole lot of knowledge or strong feelings about it. But from what I see, I think these sets do look cute and very fun to play with for kids. We'll actually move on now to talk about games. There are a few different games that I'll go through here. One is called Spirit Hoppin' Horses Game, and it looks like the object of this game is to catapult these little horse figures onto these rocks. It's a little different, but that's cool. Then there is Uno, a version of Uno with Spirit on the cards, and I actually really want this because the artwork on here is gorgeous. I love this particular artwork for Spirit Untamed. It is just beautiful. We'll also see it on some other merchandise as well. Both the human and horse characters look amazing in this style, and I really enjoy it. Another game here is called Spirit Stackin' Apples, and this is another one where I want to say, Mattel, are you doing okay over there? This is a little weird. Something about this spirit is just a little unsettling to me. It's like he's kind of cute, but he's also kind of scary and weird at the same time. I can't make up my mind if I kind of like him or kind of really don't like him. Now, of course, I'm sure the only reason he looks like this is for the mechanisms of however you play this game. Apparently, you put the little treats on his nose or something and you press the thing and he opens his mouth and eats the apples or something like that. So, of course, he does have to kind of look like that in order to make all these game mechanics work. I think the part that mostly just weirds me out is how far his mouth opens up. Again, they have to do that for the game mechanic, but it is rather unnatural for horses. Just kind of reminds me of the different artworks and things of horses having really long, weird mouths, like if they had dog mouths and different artworks like that that have portrayed horses having these big, scary mouths. I've even done this look myself, It's just a very creepy and unnatural look for horses to have these big, wide open mouths. So there's a Spirit stacking apples for you. Let me know in the comments if you think this Spirit is a little weird or if you think he's kind of cute. Lastly, for games, there is also the video game Lucky's Big Adventure. Now, I'm actually not going to really talk about this one in this video because I'll be doing Let's Play series or live streams of playing this game when it comes out, so I'll give you all my thoughts and opinions on that, actually playing it later on. Regardless of whether this game is any good or not, I am really excited that there is a new video game about Spirit out. So far it looks decent from the images and trailers I've seen, so I am really hoping that it will be good and fun to play. Keep an eye out for videos or live streams or whatever I end up doing of playing that game in the future. Now I believe that covers the majority of the games and also earlier the toys, at least that I've seen so far. I probably have missed some stuff here and there, but at least that's probably the bulk of the toys and games. I'm now going to be transitioning into other merchandise, such as clothing, bedding, and books. For this kind of merchandise, I think the majority of it looks awesome because they are done in a really cute 2D style that we saw earlier on the Uno cards. I seriously just love this style because it feels like such a nice blend of the original movie animation look plus a newer animation style that's become more popular. For example, this sort of style where there's like not a lot of lines reminds me a lot of the Tangled series style of artwork and animation. Here we can see that style on a cute tumbler by Tervis, however you say that. There's also 2 different throw blankets, and I actually really love these. I did get one of them already. I don't really need any more blankets that I'll very rarely use, but I do really love these blankets. I think they are really cute. I love this one of Spirit, and then I bought the one here that has Spirit and Lucky together. And this also feels like a callback to the original movie of how Lucky is kind of like holding Spirit's head here. It is just so cute. There is also a really cute Spirit Untamed bedding set. I really love the pillowcase for this. I wish you could actually just buy the pillowcase by itself because I adore it. It is so cute. I do like the sheets as well, but they're a little bit more kind of generic, just random little horsey related shapes and flowers and stuff. I do, however, really like the comforter. I think that is very cute. The Spirit Untamed stuffed animal pillow that is kind of being sold alongside these sets is actually nothing new. This is the same Spirit Riding Free stuffed animal pillow that's been out for quite a long time. And oof, this guy is just, whatever company makes these pillows may have never seen a horse before, or maybe they were just making this plush as cheap and fast as possible, so they put very little effort into it. Whatever the case, that's kind of technically more of the Spirit Riding Free line of stuff, not the Spirit Untamed stuff. But since it is being sold alongside the Spirit Untamed stuff, I thought I'd mention it. For clothes, they have some really cute kids' clothes. I actually managed to get one shirt and tank top for myself from Target, and they are adorable. I love them. I love the art and style of them, and I'm so glad that I was able to get them in my size, so I will actually be able to wear these around. They do also have a couple other clothing items from Target. They have a bathing suit. That is really adorable, and I think they do have some other cute clothes at Target, but they don't have any like stock photos of them on the website and stuff, so I'm going to actually go to Target's and try to find them, because they just don't have very much online right now. For Spirit Untamed books, there's a lot of variety here. There are reading books, there are magnet, sticker, and coloring books. There's even a how to draw book, which I actually pre-ordered because I really like those how to draw books. I think they're really cool. I look forward to whenever I'll be able to get that. I can't say much more on these books because I haven't seen any of them in person yet or read any of them, but they all look fine. I mean, they look like good books, and the magnet ones and sticker ones look kind of fun. And that actually about covers it for this video. Again, I'm sure there are a few products here and there that I missed showing in this video, or there maybe just isn't photos of those out online right now, but I think that's the bulk of the Spirit Untamed merchandise that is out there right now. I will be keeping my eyes peeled for anything else new out there. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts about this Spirit Untamed merchandise. Which merchandise item from this video is your favorite? I think for myself, I personally really like the t-shirt and tank top. Those might be my favorite, although I do also really like the blankets. It's hard to say. If you want to see more videos about Spirit Untamed and the Spirit franchise, you can check out this playlist, which will be at the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my other Spirit Untamed videos, including the movie review, which will be coming out soon after the movie premieres in June. Thank you for watching, have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!